Hello Comicsgate, it's your Bud Rorschach here. How's it going, everybody? I'm going to start doing that at the beginning of these videos from now on. I'm going to start saying hello Comicsgate because that's who I'm speaking to. We're part of a community, we're part of a movement. It's not a serious political movement or anything like that. We're more mainstream normie than anything else. But I just want to take the name Comicsgate away from anybody who thinks that they own it. So it's not Fox Days, it's not Ethan Van Sciver, it's not Yellow Flash, Diversity in Comics, Douglas Ernst. It doesn't belong to anyone because it's all of us. We are Comicsgate. I am Spartacus, I am Comicsgate. We're all Comicsgate, the creators and the people watching all these videos as well. So hello Comicsgate, hello everyone. Right, the 12. Alterna Comics is probably their best book. So if you don't know where to start in terms of your alternate experience, check out the beginning of this run. This is issue number 4. I'm sure you better get issue 1, 2 and 3 on eBay for a couple of quid. Look at that, $1.50. Very, very cheap compared to your average Marvel book or DC, which are either $2.99 or $3.99. So why should you pick up the 12? Okay, because it's a story that is involving, satisfying, not too complicated, and it's got no social justice nonsense in it at all. I'll just give you an example. I'm not going to take you through the narrative because I don't want to spoil it for you. We've got a young couple here, boy and a girl, with a girl looking to the man as a protector and provider. I always protect you, he says. What are you going to do here? So she wants him to take a role of leader in their relationship. And he's about protecting their family, doing the best for the family. She's pregnant. And this man is threatening that family unit, and he's going to, well, physically confront the man and tell him to get away from me and get away from her, get away from my family. You mess with me, you mess with her, and you mess with me. If this was a typical SJW Marvel comic book, this girl would be doing a one-punch knockout of doom to this guy's face. He'd fly about 10 miles backwards. Her man would be completely emasculated, and she'd be proving that she doesn't need no man at all. But here's the truth about females in the real world, away from comics. They desire men who are strong. They desire men who are providers, and they, bottom line, desire men who act like men. They don't want no soy boy, beta male cuck. It doesn't mean you can have to be a chauvinistic kind of man. Just take the role of leader, take the role of protector. That's what men have always done in the past, and that's what we need to do again to make not just comic books great again, but no, not just men great again, but Western civilization great again. Because men being men and females being grateful for that and forming families together, that's the backbone of Western civilization. We need to get men and women back on the same page again, and realise that they're different, but together they form the union, which is the backbone of Western civilization. And it's just nice to have a man acting like a man and a female acting like a female in a contemporary comic book. That small act there, I will always protect you, is quite revolutionary today when it comes to the comic book art form, because you don't see it in your regular comic book. Okay, so this is 15 years ago, right? So what's happening in issue number 4 is you're getting some of the information about the main character Caleb and his journey through life. Some of the decisions that he had to make, some of the compromises that he had to make to survive and to protect his family. Perhaps some of the decisions that he was forced to make where his loyalties were tested, and the decisions that he had to make are still haunting him somewhat in the present. And these decisions, of course, make the man what he is today. It's all about the past. The past forms what we're experiencing today. For sure, look at the long, slow march through the institutions that we talk about when it comes to the cultural consensus of comic books today. They're all overwhelmingly leftist. Why are they overwhelmingly leftist? Because left-wing people in the 1960s started to get into the institutions. They started to get into the universities, they started to get into the media, and they started to program people, the next generations. And the programming that you're getting in your comic books today comes from that long march through the institutions, where the left programmed the generations to come, seeing the long game. That's one thing that you can say about the left, to give them credit. That's what high IQ people do. They look in the long term rather than the short. And the left, okay, they might not be able to run a country or run a comic book industry, but they sure know how to affect culture, and unfortunately for us, win elections as well. As the march towards the left continues all over Europe, I'm afraid Europe looks like it's on its last legs. So what you Americans need to do, watching this video, is re-educate yourself and start to look at comic books like this, where the men act like men, and it's not about empowering females and signalling about how not racist, not sexist, not transphobic, not Islamophobic, all these stupid new terms that the left have designed today to make sure they stay in their positions of hegemonic power within the comic book industry and the larger culture as a whole. So back to the comic book. See, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to talk about the plot too much. All I'm going to say is get on eBay. This is Alterna's best comic book, and it's not because it's aligned with my political philosophies, ideological, philosophies or politics or anything like that. It's a good comic book at the end of the day because it's a good story about people fighting for themselves, their family, and in doing so, the future of everything. Like I said a minute ago, the family is the backbone of Western civilization. Jordan Peterson is right about making your own bed, tidying your room, that kind of stuff. Because what he's basically saying is the same thing that Michael Jackson said, that you need to start looking at the man in the mirror. Because if you make the change in your own life, then that change will start to gradually affect society as a whole, no matter how much the left continues to program and try to destroy everything like the termites that they are. So the 12 from Alterna Comics, their best comic book. Check it out. It's a great story. I think you'll enjoy it very much indeed. So there we go. I'll end the video there. Thanks for watching Comicscape. Cheers, take care, and I'll catch you all later. Bye guys.